Hi, I'm Kelly Williams, nutritionist with the Worcester County Health Department. Welcome to What's Cooking in Worcester and our Super Bowl Superfoods series. Today we are making a rosemary-spiced nut mix. We're going to get started with some fresh rosemary, and I'm going to show you how to use this. You're going to grab it by the top like this and slide your fingers down, and you're just going to kind of pull your fingers, and these little petals, these little leaves, come right off. It might take you a few passes, but you're just sliding your fingers down the stem. I'm just going to finely chop the rosemary. And you are going to want to chop this fairly well because you don't want to be getting a big chunk of it when we use it on the topping. Now, I think I'm going to need maybe another sprig. So I'm going to do the same thing. So that's diced up nice and small. And we're going to bring that over to our stove. About 2 tablespoons of butter. If you decided not to use butter here, you are welcome to use about 2 tablespoons of oil. Any fat that you choose to use, it's not a lot, it's 2 tablespoons. We're also going to add a little bit of sea salt, a little bit of cayenne pepper, pinch of cinnamon. Okay, and then of course, all of our rosemary. We want this nice and low. What we're trying to do here is melt the butter or the oil if that's what you're using. You don't want it to burn, okay? You just want it on a nice low temperature so that it's melting and it's really infusing the fat, the butter or oil, with all the flavors of the spices that we've just added. Now we're also gonna add 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. And remember, I mentioned that this is kind of a sweet and spiced. So we have that pinch of cinnamon in here, and we have this bit of maple syrup, and then we have the nice spiced flavors from the cayenne. Of course, the salt brings it all together. Okay, and that butter is almost melted. Okay, so it's starting to bubble a little bit, and I don't want my butter to burn, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the heat there. The other nice thing about making a dish like this is you can use the nuts that you want to use. So today I'm using a combination of walnuts and pecans. I love working with walnuts because they are probably the heart healthiest nut. And by the way, February is American Heart Month, so that's perfect. We are getting a nice heart healthy nut. And I'm gonna use 2 cups total of nuts. So I'm just gonna measure out maybe a cup of each. You can, again, use whatever nuts you want. You want to look for raw and unsalted. Remember, we are seasoning this ourselves, so no need to get anything that's been roasted or salted. You may have your best luck finding raw and unsalted nuts in the baking aisle, not the snack food aisle. You can also try a store that sells nuts, in bulk, so you can just purchase just the amount that you need. So these are pecans, however you want to say it. No right or wrong way. So that's about 2 cups there. And again, you want to buy the whole or the halves so that you have something kind of substantial there. All right, and now we have our nice syrup. I'm just going to drizzle that, but we are going to mix it all together. And now this is where you just want to make sure everything is evenly coated. You could do this in a bowl and then transfer it to your pan, but I'm trying to make less dishes for all of us, so here we go. We're just gonna mix it all on the pan together. Again, you have the butter there, so if you're worried that these might stick in your pan, you're welcome to use a parchment paper or coat it with a nonstick cooking spray to make sure. But remember, there are a lot of oils in the nuts as well. When you feel like you have everything really well coated, again, you wanna just spread everything out. You want them to crisp, so the way they do that is by making sure you have a lot of room for the air to move around. Okay. So, all right, we're gonna put these in our 325-degree oven, and they take about 15 to 20 minutes, but you do want to give them a stir halfway through so that they crisp on all sides. Our sweet and spiced nuts are out of the oven, and remember, we did a combination of pecans and walnuts, which are both really great healthy options for our Superfood Super Bowl series. And let's just give a little taste. Really great. I hope this gives you a great idea of how you can eat healthy foods and still have a lot of fun with your friends and family on the Super Bowl and at any event this season. Remember, I'm Kelly Williams with the Worcester County Health Department. Eat healthy, stay active, prevent diabetes today.